By the end of this video, you'll know 15 real camping tricks that turn a miserable, wet, freezing night into an easy one. We're talking dry firewood in the rain, a lantern made from a water bottle, and a tent that stays warm all night, so your next trip actually feels like fun instead of a fight to survive. Hack 1. Toss a few sprigs of sage into your campfire. As it burns, the smoke releases a scent that mosquitoes and biting bugs hate, and it drifts around your whole camp for free. That means you can actually sit by the flames and enjoy the night instead of slapping at your arms every 30 seconds. Fresh or dried both work, so grab a handful before the sun goes down. Hack 2. Strap your headlamp to a clear water bottle with the light facing inward. The water scatters the beam in every direction, and suddenly that tiny hard point of light becomes a soft, even glow. Set it in the middle of your tent, and the whole space lights up warm and gentle. Perfect for reading, cooking, or finding your gear without blinding yourself. Hack 3. If your fire just won't catch, light a corn chip. It sounds like a joke, but the oil and starch packed inside burn steady for almost a full minute, way longer than a match or a scrap of paper. That extra time is exactly what your damp kindling needs to dry out and finally take the flame. Hack 4. Crack your eggs into a leak-proof bottle before you ever leave home. No fragile shells rattling around your pack, no cracked mess soaking into your gear, and no wasted breakfast. When morning comes, you just give it a shake and pour straight into the hot pan. Hack 5. Never crawl into your sleeping bag cold. Do 20 quick jumping jacks first to fire up your circulation, then zip in while you're still warm. Your own body heat fills the bag and holds through the night, instead of you lying there shivering while the cold slowly wins. Hack 6. Fill a hard bottle with hot water and tuck it deep in your sleeping bag before bed. Slide it near your feet or your core, and it radiates heat for hours, easily carrying you through the coldest, most bitter nights. Just double check the lid is sealed tight so you're not sleeping in a puddle. Hack 7. Lay foam puzzle tiles across your tent floor. They create a barrier between you and the freezing ground, which is where most of your body heat actually escapes at night. As a bonus, they cushion every rock and root so you're not tossing and turning on a hard, lumpy surface until sunrise. Hack 8. Split a wet log wide open and dig out the dry wood from the center. Even after days of pouring rain, the heart of a fat log stays bone dry and protected. Shave that inner wood into thin strips, and it'll catch fast and burn hot while everything outside is still soaked. Hack 9. Dab a little toothpaste onto a bug bite. The mint has a cooling effect that calms the itch almost instantly, so you're not lying awake scratching yourself raw all night. A tiny smear is all it takes on each bite. Hack 10. A small squirt of hand sanitizer helps a stubborn fire finally catch. The alcohol inside is highly flammable, so squeeze a little onto your kindling first, then light it. Never spray it straight onto open flames, cause that can flash back at you fast and dangerously. Hack 11. Freeze water in a sealed jug at home and pack it right in your cooler. It keeps your food cold for days on end, far longer than loose ice cubes ever could. Then, as it slowly melts, you're left with clean, ice-cold drinking water instead of a soggy mess at the bottom. Hack 12. Clip a carabiner onto a bungee cord and stretch it across the inside of your tent. Instantly, you've got a clothesline for drying wet socks, damp towels, and sweaty layers overnight, so you wake up to dry gear instead of pulling on cold, clammy clothes in the morning. Hack 13. Keep a few tea bags tucked in your first aid kit. Press a wet tea bag onto a small cut, and the natural tannins help slow the bleeding and calm the sting. It's a simple backup when you're low on proper supplies out in the field. Hack 14. A wax crayon works as a surprising emergency candle. Stand it upright, light the paper wrapper at the top like a wick, and the wax fuels a small, steady flame for up to 30 minutes. It's a lifesaver when your matches are down to the last few and the dark is closing in. Hack 15. Wrap a length of duct tape around your water bottle. It's always right there when you need it, ready for gear repairs, covering a blister, or patching a torn tent, and you never have to lug the whole heavy roll along. Put even a few of these together, and your entire trip changes. Warm nights, dry firewood, easy meals, and no bugs eating you alive. So next time your buddy's fumbling with wet matches in the rain, just casually pull out a corn chip like a genius. If you found this helpful, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.